Calm and very, very peaceful. We are fighting to defend our people, not to kill them. Yes, we are fighting to defend them. That's why I'm here. Yes. And we continue to do so until they're victory.
Thank you.
National Assembly.
Thank you for joining us this very morning.
Considering,
we welcome you all to our today's live broadcast right here from our homeland radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aniri. Aniri is a local government in Ojiriva province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement illegally. Some people might come to argue us on why we always include illegally. I will just touch somewhere now. After all, from the beginning, right from 2015, no court order that discharging Nnamdi Kanu have been obeyed. After all, there was no court order that was obeyed. Even before he was granted bail by Bintanyako, none of the court orders that discharging Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally have been obeyed. Nigeria is owing us. They are owing us debts because justices have been given to Nnamdi Kanu by Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court Abuja, Justice John Soho of the Federal High Court Abuja, even Justice Ahmed Mohammed told DSS to go and obey the court rulings of Ademola and John Soho. Right? None was obeyed. Even the high conditional bail, they did not allow Nnamdi Kanu to enjoy the bail that he even met up with all the conditions. They came to Afaruku to kill. Do you understand? You know, you may go to Unilag or Unibadan, then when we tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is illegally detained, he said that there was a stay of execution because you are because you are studying in Nigeria, you are in Nigeria. That's why you can come up with such rubbish. But I am mentioning it now. You know, you always forget. You easily forget. But we are POB. We remind you. These are justices given by the Nigerian Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja, not sitting in Afaruku, not in Ghana, not international court. Nigerian court. When have any of these things been obeyed? When? None was obeyed. They went to kill him. Our God saved him. Now, they came to 2021. They went to Kenya and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu and extraordinarily renditioned him back to Nigeria. Now, on that note, they told the world that he have to come and defend and understand his trial, that he escaped, that he jumped bail. He have to come and face his trial. He jumped bail 2017. Did you understand? Now, we come to the charges against Nnamdi Kanu in 2021, prepared against him by the federal government. We discovered that what we have been seeing in the court, presented by the Attorney General of Fulani, Malami, there is no federation there. Remove federation and put Fulani, the F is Fulani. Malami had been preparing charges. Right? Amended count charges, amended count charges. the original warrant whereby Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail on, Malami Bintanyako, which is in the Bintanyako's court, Bintanyako refused to present it in 2021, 2022, during the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Bintanyako refused because Bintanyako, they discussed it with the federal government that the federal government will be coming up with amendment, what is it called? Amendment charges or count charges, right? That's what they came up first with the 5 amended count charges. They came up again with 7 amended count charges. They came up again with 15 amended count charges. How many amended count charges? Now we ask them, what about the charges he was granted bail on? Was he granted bail on the charges you told the world he escaped and he jumped bail? Now you start amending the charges. That is our argument. I want to bring it again because there are charges Nnamdi, federal government brought against Nnamdi Kanu in the Federal High Court. Ademola freed him. John Soro freed him. They continued. Ahmed Mohammed said, go and obey the court's ruling of John Soro and Ademola. They refused. They took it to Bintanyako. Bintanyako granted these very charges that some federal high courts have discharged unconditionally. She granted it high conditional bail. We met up with it. Now we come up. I am going, this very warrant that Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail on, we asked them, why was it that in 2021 you started coming up with amended count charges? But you told the world he jumped bail. He needs to come and stand his trial. Now, are you adding more charges on the trial? You told the world he jumped bail, he refused to come and stand. I think that particular warrant that he was granted bail on is the warrant that we are supposed to be seeing in court. But do you know what? Federal government abandoned that warrant. Do you know why they abandoned it? There is so much implications there because of their dubiosity and the evil mindset to cage Biafrans here and to cage Nnamdi Kanu. They granted him bail that he caged themselves, the federal government. Can you understand? Now, on that very warrant, if you come with it in the court, the attack in his home in Afaruku will be remembered. That's why, before they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, they first of all send the DSS and the Ijele, Chukwu Kofebu, and the core of them to go and kill Barrister Ejiofor. Because that very warrant, if that warrant is presented in court, the attack in his house, 14th of September, in the home of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, will be remembered. Then, federal government, because they knew they attacked the home of Nnamdi Kanu to kill him and thereby started lying to the world that he jumped bail. Now, when they kidnapped him from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria, do you know that that warrant they told the world he jumped bail, he refused to stand? That warrant was hidden. Are you aware? Now, we continue to ask them, where is that warrant? Because there is much implication. They said he will not stand in the midst of more than 10 people. He will not address the press. Then I will ask them, when Nnamdi Kanu appear in court, is he not addressing the press? If questions are being thrown to him, he is now addressing the press. Do you see where federal government caged themselves? Because when Nnamdi Kanu appear in court and answer questions, he is addressing the press, and in the bail, out of their interest in caging us, they granted him high conditional bail, and in a condition that Nigeria will not escape it. Now you see why they are running away from that warrant. They came up with the 5 amended count charges, 7 amended count charges, 15 amended. Where is that warrant? That's why I call it injustice. I knew this thing very well. I call it injustice. These people calling me should not call me now. That's why I call her injustice. Letter, please. Add this somewhere. I'm going to bug letter. Oh, please. There we go. Right? That's why I call her injustice. Do you know why? Because they want to cage Nnamdi Kanu. They wanted to cage Nnamdi Kanu in 2017. They went ahead, granted him high conditional bail without knowing that they are going to cage themselves. Nigeria and their stupidity. They say that on the general of federation, I say you're a fool. There's nothing like federation. What you have is Fulani. Remove federation and the nonsense you are mentioning. The F there is Fulani. If there is federation, why is it that court order cannot be obeyed or Nnamdi Kanu? Federation includes everybody. So there is no federation. What you see there is Fulani. Then let us continue. I want to analyze before we go to the topic. I want to tell our people where we are holding Nigeria. Biafra. Now you must take action, but I am counting actions. I know about the Nigeria self-determination. I need you to Nigeria down. Down. And I meeting. I want in a meeting. Then I continue to analyze. I stopped in primary 4. In case you come here to say, you are not speaking good English. Go your business. But I'm going to go to secondary school. Let us challenge. I call primary 4. Right? Then we continue. Now, in that bail, they granted on Nnamdi Kanu, that high conditional bail, they said 3 men shorty, 100 million naira each. One will be a senator from his side. One will be a Jewish rabbi because he's a Jewish worshipper. Then one will be a Igbo billionaire living in Abuja. And also they will have landis, right, presented. Now, we continue. They granted him bail. These 2 points I am picking out now. Immediately they granted him bail in 2017. That's what I went to IPOB family meetings and started telling them, family units. I told them that Nigeria is in cage. They said, how? I said the bail is, Nigeria is have caged themselves in the bail they granted on Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu, you will see Nnamdi Kanu, he will parade in Biafra land. Do you know why? If they say he is now going in the midst of people in Biafra land, because they said he will not be in the midst of more than 10 people, and he will not address the press. Now, he's now taking us to Olo, taking us to Ihiala, taking us to Kulobia, all the list to here, all the list to here. Nigeria is now seeing as if he's going against their bail condition, but they don't know why Nnamdi Kanu is doing this, because Nigeria will also do the same thing in the day of his court. Do you know why? In the court, there will be more than 10 people, and then Nnamdi Kanu will be brought inside the court. There will be judge, there will be court clerk, there will be court, that is judge security, personal judge security, there in the court. Now, there will be DSS that brought Nnamdi Kanu inside the court. They will be there. Those that will open the handcuff, they will be there now. Nnamdi Kanu's defendants, the defense team, they will be there, right? Defense counsel, they will be there. His relative will be there in the court. And if you count them, there will be more than 10. Do you understand? Nigeria will be guilty of contempt of court. And again, Nnamdi Kanu standing in the court answering question is addressing the press. And Nigeria said in the court that he will not address the press. Do you know why he started earlier doing it? Now you understand that even Nigeria cannot hold him for that, because in the court where they will bring him in and start arguing on that, where he went against the court, a court order or something, in that court you will see more than 10. And in that court where he's been questioned on why it happened, he is also addressing the press, which is Nigeria is consulting it, and thereby they are guilty of contempt of court. That is why Bintanyako and the federal government, when they discuss the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, Bintanyako discusses with them. She's very well aware. Now, he now told them that if that very warrant Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail on is brought to court, that the attack in his house will be remembered. Now, they have to keep it aside. They started coming up with amended count charges. Amended count charges. And these charges started from 2021. That you understand Nnamdi Kanu from 2021 to 2022, from 2018, yes, all this they are amended count charges started from 2018. You understand Nnamdi Kanu from 2018 to 2021. Professed to be a member, stroke leader of a proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. They have removed 2017. They have removed 2016, 2015, 2014. They now say that in 2018 he claimed to be a leader, not even a leader of IPOB or member of IPOB. They said he claimed to be a leader of a proscribed, which is wrong. And again, they fell it because in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu from 2015, in the court of Ademola, the court of John Soro, the court of Bintayako, he was called IPOB leader. How come when they kidnapped him from Kenya, the charges they levied against him, they said from 2018 to 2021 he claimed. But in 2015, 2016, 2017, Nigeria government called him leader of IPOB. That is also, you cannot be a leader if you are not a member. But in 2021, they said in the count 3 of the 15 amended count charges that you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu from Afaruku, professed, which in other words means claimed, to be a leader and to be a member stroke leader of a proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. And then Nnamdi Kanu pleaded not guilty. And the Labaran came up to the media and said Nnamdi Kanu denied to be a leader of IPOB. Now, we come back to them. What did you call him in 2015? IPOB leader. What did you call him in 2016? IPOB leader. What did you call him in 2017? IPOB leader. Then, 2018 IPOB leader, 2019 IPOB leader, call off the boycott, call off the boycott. Was it not what you call him in 2019? 2020 IPOB leader, right? He launched ESN. Was that not what you call him? Now coming to 2021, you kidnapped him. You now say that from 2018 to 2021 he claimed. What kind of claim? And on that, we are going to pray. Now I have explained to you that we have destroyed them. If I continue to analyze these very court proceedings of Nnamdi Kanu, it will even, do you know how many days it will take me? That's why in all the matters, all my brokers, I must throw them in to be enlightening our people. We know what we are doing. We are fighting for Biafra under self-determination. Self-determination have guidelines. And there are rules you play. You will be following. And you cannot deviate because you have presented to the world self-determination. You must have to maintain it. And that is the lane IPOB is following. And that's where Nnamdi Kanu stands for. And Nigeria understood it. And that's why when they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, they told the world that he would defend himself in court because the world was warning them nothing should happen to him because he is not in armed struggle. Therefore, they have to follow civility. They have to follow democratic process. They have to follow civil process. They have to follow self-determination process, which is court proceedings. Nigeria presented to the world that Nnamdi Kanu defend himself in court. That automatically signifies that Nigeria is telling the world that Nnamdi Kanu is maintaining self-determination, that IPOB is maintaining self-determination. If we have deviated from the self-determination track we have been following, they will not have even the mind to take Nnamdi Kanu to court. Did you understand? Now, if they had they caught Ojukwu in 1967 or 1968 or 69, will they take him to court? The answer is no. That is to say, Ojukwu was confronting the enemy because they invaded our land to wipe us out. Ojukwu did not plan to go to war in the north. Had he planned so, he wouldn't have taken Gowon to Ghana. and discuss the continuance of Nigeria, existence of Nigeria. They went to Ghana and discussed Nigeria, not to Biafra. Right? Now we come back again. Now you know that had Nnamdi Kanu been in armed struggle, they will not even tell the world the location they kept him. Because they will tell you that the people he's leading have arms. Therefore, they will not expose the location where they are keeping him. Now you know that he will be incommunicado. The lawyers cannot assess him. Highest, they will be telling the world through the media that Nnamdi Kanu is okay, Nnamdi Kanu said this, Nnamdi Kanu said that. Right? They will not present him in court. But Nigeria rushed because world was approaching them. The world was approaching them because IPOB was on campaign that our leader was kidnapped, and the whole world knew Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria have no other option than to respond and say that he will defend himself in court. Because the world was telling them that he is not wrong. He is fighting under self-determination. And that's why you have been hearing all those responses. He will defend himself in court because people are against his kidnap. Countries are against it. So today, he has defended himself in court. And the court of Nigeria found him not guilty. So I ask you, why must somebody use your emotion to kill our people and turn you around and tell you to kill our people, that it will free Nnamdi Kanu? But these very people have also championed the killings of our people, even as Nnamdi Kanu saw the danger in Monday sit at home, using the name of IPOB. He said suspend it. Now, these very people that is still trying to use your emotion today to kill our people, when Nnamdi Kanu had been discharged and acquitted, and that had been what he promised Nigeria, I will destroy you in your own court, and it has happened. Those people that want to use your emotion and tell you that you will kill Biafrans for Nnamdi Kanu to be free. Now you ask them, what about the Monday sit at home? You have been killing our people with it for complete 2 years. Have it free Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is no. But they said it will free Nnamdi Kanu, but today they turn around, they told you, without Monday sit at home, the Biafra struggle would have been dead. But it is a lie, because the man in question is in detention. His matters cannot be forgotten. Is in Nnamdi Kanu. You must not forget his matter. If you have a boil on any part of your body, you don't sleep like a baby. You don't turn anyhow in the night because you are sleeping. Hey, I am in a deep sleep. Or guy, even in your sleep, you know you have a boil. You know it. If you are on drip, it doesn't matter the kind of sleep you are in, you will know you are on drip. You don't turn anyhow. The matter of Nnamdi Kanu is not something somebody will tell you, if I don't kill Biafra, how can Biafrans be the victims of your campaign for free Nnamdi Kanu? Biafrans. And you try to tell me that it is the best thing. The best thing you tell me is, what are you doing? Are you trying to justify the killings of our people as a positive action to free Nnamdi Kanu? I want to know your stand. Are you, instead of going to communities to kill our people, and they have stop the rubbish? There is no network shift. No network. Why do you censor the program? Facebook. What did I do? Because I am saying the truth. Lining it up. Now I online. In a member, I have life is really to tell. I have supported email on the email is email is ama email is ihunanya nara ekele nara otuto nara ọjịja mma maka IPOB n'aha gị chi ukwu okike abịa amara pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise. Thank you. At the beginning, I have analyzed Nnamdi Kanu's case. Just short. Megide m eche anyị kọwa case Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ na-agwụ agwụ. A ga-agbati ya, mee analyze oge anya. But I cannot call it short because our people, some of them are amagi, they don't even know. You know, some people, because Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged and acquitted in 2022 because IPOB maintained self-determination. IPOB standing on self-determination. How do we maintain self-determination? we maintained command and control. The command and control of IPOB is to always channel you to the right direction. That is why you will be commanded and be controlled by the leadership. But those that are fighting Nnamdi, they say they will not believe in IPOB command and control. Thereby, they are anti-Nnamdi because whatever you will do it out of the directive of IPOB. Then you are not doing it in the name of IPOB. And it will not be counted on Nnamdi. And these are the things that people have been deceived to do. You start killing people, causing trouble, doing something because the name of Nnamdi is mentioned, and you come back to me and tell me what am I doing. Then the question is, have you stepped an inch of your foot into the land of Nigeria? No. How many Nigerians have been the victims of your crime? None. Only Biafrans. Now we ask you, the women you went and destroyed their okra, is it Nnamdi inside the okra basket? The answer is no. Now, when you scatter the okra basket, was it Nnamdi freed? The answer is no. Now we come back again. The keke you burnt in the market. After burning the keke, did Nnamdi come out from inside the keke that was burnt? The answer is no. Now we go back to the two people that died. After killing two people in Isheke, many of them injured. Did you see Nnamdi come out from the bush and say because they were killed? The answer is no. Now we come back to you and ask you, do you think that somebody that lied to you when the government told him to blackmail ESN, he told you he's in charge of ESN. Now, the people Simon Ekerima sent to Isheke and some parts of Enugu, I think in your mind, they are telling you that ESN, they are criminals. Now, let me ask you. In your mind, to be sincere to yourself, just be sincere to yourself. Can ESN, launched by Nnamdi, touch our people? No, please, just be sincere to yourself. Don't come here. If you don't have argument, say you're an idiot. And what are you doing now? I am asking you, in your mind, because of the cries of our people, ESN was launched. I ask you, sincerely, can you justify that IPOB ESN, that is ESN that was launched by IPOB Nnamdi, can go inside the market and touch our people and kill our people, shoot them sporadically? Ask yourself, can ESN launched by Nnamdi do it? The answer is no. Therefore, don't deceive yourself. The answer is no. They were launched so that these women can go to farm and get okra. How come when ESN have walked in the bush and our women could be able to farm, they succeeded to go to farm in Ebony by the activities of ESN in the bushes where Fulani have been pursuing them? How come after getting the okra, getting the farm, the crops from the farmland, you now come to the market where they come to sell it? You now claim you are ESN. You come and destroy the same crops, the same food that the main ESN launched by Nnamdi cleared the road for them in the bushes, for them to go and farm. How come after farming, plucking it out, bringing it to market to sell, Simon announcing anti-development, anti-progress, anti-Biafra terrorist gang to go and destroy the same thing that ESN worked in the bush for these women to achieve, and they have achieved it? Why do Simon now turn around and telling them that he is fighting for Biafra and for Nnamdi Kanu? He now destroyed the okra and the food items that Nnamdi Kanu set up ESN and is secured for them. I want you to justify it. Adizile made argument as if you were bought over to come and talk. Each man approach, he made with argument more. IPOB they send him for argument. Issue the intact. Even they send him even be okay. Every that grow walk. And I always need 2,000, 1,000. I'm not like in double argument. And then we need the question. Question na atom on atom ka sugar. Right? Maka ebia with argumentative spirit, manega rocker. And if you let him go, when anything man again. Or you put a hala to Peregia. Or we will say we cannot buy it because I add up cross. So the bag will keep watching it. If we get anything, if we can actually club, other way he get, you can't make jam. I mean, why go keep watching it? And when anything again, and now I go tell us. Oh, yeah, I need again. I went here school, I wash it. Oh, knowledge gain again. And I get good wisdom na school. Oh, knowledge now. And yet to be key for understanding. Not an shame with it to understand. MNK no tie what to. But the understanding will still come from God. Adam Apama. We continue. Excuse me. Let me sip some water. There is nothing like criminality in free Nnamdi. And there will be no criminality in free Nnamdi. And IPOB will not allow any group to attach the name of Nnamdi IPOB or Biafra closer to criminality. We will fight you. You cannot defend criminality. Obaro is arrow. In Igbo land, you go to robbery, you go to commit crime, and they bring you collect money. You come to give your people. If they discover you went to robbery, they reject it. If that time it is not done. I don't make all this time the same thing. There is a Biafra who was came up with, right? It was rejected by our people. The Biafra they accepted is the Biafra of Nnamdi. He brought out time to explain. Yes, to explain. He's interested in opening the brain of our people instead of suffering our people. He knows it is the highest weapon. Equipping them with the positive information. That's what our leader did for years. Now, I ask you, how can Nnamdi endure 2 days that the Nigerian army around his compound in Afaro? He never gave an order for anything to happen against the army of Nigeria. How come Nnamdi did not do so? His family house was under siege, not just detention. Military armor car, military personnel, everything, heavy weapons was around the premises. Nnamdi Kanu was aware. Thank you. Is that right? We move. Do you understand? I'm not arguing with argument in our opinion. If they call anybody there against, bring your argument equal against. Anybody that is against Simon ever, had he ever stood on his ground without attacking IPOB leadership? You know, these people, anybody that is against Simon ever is not fighting for Biafra. We ask you, Nnamdi Kanu said, this very IPOB that I lead is going to restore Biafra. Did Nnamdi Kanu tell you, this very autopilot that I will come is going to restore Biafra? The answer is no. Nnamdi Kanu said, this very IPOB, we will jealously protect it. Did Nnamdi Kanu tell you, this very autopilot, we are going to protect it? Do you know you are a fool? Simon Epa started attacking IPOB leadership, blackmailed them. You accepted. When we analyzing, you say you are against him. Have he ever come up and say, this is me, without blackmailing somebody? Tell me. He said, don't listen to Radio Biafra. True of us. He said he launched a replacement of Radio Biafra. Is that supporting Nnamdi Kanu? Somebody that told you don't listen to Radio Biafra, they campaigned for it with his criminal gang for months. Simon Ekerima. The Radio Biafra that Nnamdi Kanu will tell you, invite your friends, your family members. Wait, Simon, in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, he said, don't listen to Radio Biafra. Simon, in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, campaign that media should not publish my powerful voice. A press release. Simon ever told you will no longer trying to keep Nnamdi Kanu incommunicado because you are a fool. Somebody present Biafra to be killing you. Do you think I will be in IPOB family meeting where they will discuss the killing of any Biafran? I will remain in IPOB. It is not discussed in IPOB. There is no IPOB meeting where you will discuss the killing of any Biafran. That's why people call on Radio Biafra and say, let us go after Wazirike. Our leader said no. We will get here. Nnamdi Kanu is very intelligent. Hey, now let us kill the politicians. The politicians need to be killed because Nnamdi Kanu signs self-determination. In all of your ignorance of what we are doing, you don't bring every road have where it leads to. Every road, if you want to go to Lagos from Onitsha, you will not, your motor will not turn to God or follow Mbidi. Every road, the road that IPOB choose, there is a way, there is things you will see there. You don't just come in there, you say, bring arm. In the road, Nnamdi Kanu is showing you. You don't mention arm or violence. The Kwanum, or second, what have you? We are telling you about killing our people. Now say, Nnamdi Kanu saved people. You are killing them. It's a what have you done on our back? You kill people for complete 2 years in the name of Monday Start-up. It didn't say Nnamdi Kanu. But you told IPOB not to go to court. That your pressure court, you cannot get later in your pressure court. But IPOB insists because we have seen it before. We have seen it before. We continued. Ademola decided in 2015. DSS arrested him. We continued. They took him to the court of John Sow. John Sow discharged him unconditionally. Now DSS arrested him. We continued. They took him to the court of Ahmed Mohammed. Ahmed Mohammed told DSS to go and obey the president's court rulings. IPOB never attack anybody. IPOB never kill anybody. IPOB, upon they were killing us, extrajudicial killings during peaceful protests, we didn't pick up arm because we know the track we are following. We took self-determination. And that is where we believe. And that is what Nnamdi Kanu believes in. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu say, I will destroy you in your own court. And that's why IPOB have never attacked any detention facility where IPOB family members are being kept. Because we must follow court. That has been our due proceedings. And we never deviated. And nobody will be arrested. And the arms or anything violence or criminality will be added in it. We will follow due proceedings. That is the hardest way of freedom. Self-determination, there must be perseverance, endurance. It is somebody that has done that does not endure. And when you have gone, you will know that this man you are calling does not sell rezu. In the market where they sell motor pass or sell many things, there are people they know that sell ayaburuka. There are people that are free. You don't go and buy ayaburuka, you come and put it in his counter. He does not do such thing. So you don't tell him it gives much gain. Nah, killing our people gives gain. It doesn't match with what he's doing. You don't go to chemist shop. You come to the counter and put onions or pepper. It is not done in pharmacies. This have places where it is being kept. In the houses, there is kitchen, there is toilet, there is bathroom, there is inner room, there are parlor. In the freedom fighting, it is optional. Anywhere you choose, you maintain it. If you choose gun and struggle, don't measure Nnamdi Kanu. But with myself, or with Nnamdi Kanu in myself. As an apprentice, I go to markets. When the job was written because of criminality and lies, I preach Biafra without standing on, without anybody backing me or anybody. I preach Biafra. I preach in the village, I preach everywhere. Before the Biafra came up, I preach. I preach Biafra 210, 211, 212, 213. In the open. I also preach Biafra from 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. Without thinking of any group backing me up. Then you don't know us. Now, you want to buy something, so go to this market. You want to buy this, they say, okay, go here. Where will I go buy electronics? You go there. You don't go to where they sell fish to buy electronics. The same thing with it. In motor parts, there are people that say new parts. There are people that say old parts. There are also people that say this in old parts, there is Tokumbo. There is one they stole from people's yard. Not everybody says it. Police can come and lock up your shop. They shoot you. So you cannot bring such goods in the counter of somebody that is selling new genuine parts. When the police come in the line, you will run. The genuine parts person will not run. So because you value 1,000, you will sell it 40,000. You will now come and put it in my counter. Then I am not ready to run. I am not in the same line with you. Can you understand? Nnamdi Kanu needs IPOB. You don't need any other. In the charges against Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is mentioned. Did you understand? So those of you shouting Simon Epa, government of any country have nothing to do with an individual. You don't have the name of a group. Autopilot is unpresentable to any human being. It has automatic meaning. Autopilot, everybody can understand it. It is unpresentable because everybody is done from the 8. Do you know about IPOB? The answer is no. Then how come people now register it? Tell you the meaning. It is not people of Biafra. Before then, can you go to the market and tell them I'm not people of Biafra? The answer is no. Now you ask yourself, why is it that Ohaneze Ndigbo did not say Ohaneze Ndigbo IPOB? Because they are from the East. Why is it that Southeast governors did not say Southeast Governors Forum IPOB? Why is it that freedom fighting groups, MASOP did not call it Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of IPOB or Biafra IPOB? Why is it that Benjamin Onwuka, Biafran Zionist Movement leader, did not call it Biafran Zionist Movement leader IPOB? Why is it that Igbo Union in Lagos did not call it Igbo Union IPOB? Why is it that World Igbo Congress did not call it World Igbo Congress IPOB? Why is it that Igbo meeting in Germany did not call it World Igbo Union in Germany IPOB? Only you will call your own autopilot IPOB because you want to tarnish the image of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, in your autopilot, what you are only presenting is not what you can do. You are presenting that you are in charge. As if somebody come to argue, check who is in charge. Now, if you want to champion freedom fighting, must you include somebody that has built house already? You use his name to attach to build. Did you understand? Now, if you want to commit crime, you can't use your name direct. You use the name of somebody that is already have a movement is leading. Do you understand? Now we tell you, use your name. This man has no case. If you want to commit crime, you can't use your name direct. You use the name of somebody that is already have a movement is leading. Do you understand? Now we tell you, use your name. This man has no case. We have seen disobedient to court order. We fought until Nnamdi Kanu was freed. The same way we are fighting. You told us you don't believe in political solution. You don't believe in democratic process. You don't believe in court proceedings. That you not get justice. IPOB say we believe in it. You were mocking us. And we have achieved it. And everybody is holding on court order. Obey court order. Even you that laughed at us in the political solution, in the court. You now return back and say, since the court has freed him, what is it your business? What did we do to achieve court? Did you believe we will achieve court victory? The answer is no. Then why do you turn around? Instead of you presenting your achievement after killing our people, after killing 5 people in Ogidi, Simon Ekerima, you didn't present it to the UN, present it to Nigerian government and say, due to the people I have killed with my autopilot on Mondays, free Nnamdi Kanu, nobody can do it. You will turn around and say, since the court has freed him, did you work for the court? The answer is no. Court has nothing to do with gun. IPOB goes to court and stand with Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB demanded that religious leader will send representatives. IPOB demanded that elders should send representatives to stand with Nnamdi Kanu in court. IPOB demanded that governors should send representatives. IPOB demanded that Ohaneze should send representatives. These are political solutions. Presenting to court, standing with Nnamdi Kanu shows that he is in good term with his people. He is in peace with his people. The religious leaders, he don't have problem with them. They have stood with him. The elders, as Nigeria lied, IPOB brought them to court, showing that he is not in enmity with the elders. Or unless they send executives, representatives, show that Nnamdi Kanu is not in enmity with the Ohaneze. These things were diplomatic ideas of IPOB leadership that must be done because now, when they came to go for free Nnamdi Kanu under political solution, IPOB allowed them because we know that government will not accept it. But for record purposes, if IPOB did not allow them, when time comes like this, it will be their reason that when they came to free Nnamdi Kanu, that IPOB did not allow them to go, that they know what to say. But we allowed them. Even our late father, Mbazika Mechi, even later took it personal. But still it didn't work. And that's why we are now in a better position. Because we have allowed them to go. But these very criminals that was contracted by the government, they told us, no, the political solution. Our leader cannot be free. But they don't know we choose self-determination. And we are playing the diplomacies in self-determination. We did it because before the world will take you serious, your people must stand with you. And they have seen that the religious leaders from our side came for free Nnamdi Kanu. Elders came for free Nnamdi Kanu. Women came for free Nnamdi Kanu in court. These are works from IPOB leadership. It is more dangerous than nuclear weapon. Showing the world that our people are with him. If you know what they did there, then you will understand that we know what we are doing. I am just bringing these things out for you because things again here na akwụkwọ ihe a na-eplay anyị ma na ọ na-eme nke ọ bụla e mere anyị ma ihe ọ na result nke ọ bụla e mere anyị ma ihe ọwụ ngozi Chineke ka a na-eplay ya ma agwaghị na anyị enyegokwe goal IPOB ekwo nke ma agwaghị na-ekwe ihe na-eme life ọwụghị a na-asapụ nwe ebe edere n'akwụkwọ ọwụ ha akwụcha ha ebe mini but anyị ma ihe a na-achụ n'ime kesi nọ na station ndị village unu send their delegates ka ha bịa hụ gị na sel ndị ihe a ya wụ na ị na-ekpe ịnọ any religion ha send their delegates abịa hụ gị na sel then ndị ahịa ọwụ na ị nọ n'ahịa business nọ na union ha send their delegates na kesi gị adịtụwala no IPOB ma ihe but these idiots who have nothing to present enweghị aha onwetụbụ ịgakọ UN si ha wee autopilot. The world has nothing to do with individual. And that's why they were saying, hey, Simon, ever sit at home? Have you ever seen a singular? Do you know Nancy? You are an individual. But what you never hear Nnamdi Kanu sit at home. What you hear is IPOB sit at home. That is the only thing the world regards. That is the only thing Nnamdi Kanu takes serious. They don't take the voice of individual. That's why those that contacted him told him, use the name of IPOB, tell them you are in charge. These are crimes Simon committed. But when we come to analyze this is mutiny, overthrowing government. He that failed. How can somebody come to be in charge of what he is not a member to? You clapped. Somebody come up and say, I conduct vote of no confidence against another community leaders that you are not even part of that community. You clapped. And when we come to tell you your stupidity, they say anybody against them, are you mad? We have been fighting. Can he, how many people all convert? He only for criminals follow him. And I'm begging the Kanu do. And I kill you. Everything does on adopt Biafra Kanu. Must you attach your own to Kanu? In a hundred and a walk. Even the Monday Cobera, -10 charger. Over and done do the 20. On a 10, and they can attach. Can't you stand and say this is my freedom fighting group? No, they may come to my Biafra. Must you attach Nnamdi Kanu? Oh, his role is different from what you are playing. About there with an Ahonia be sacred. Only are innocent. Only I need the criminality closer to him. Oko shawo be a biche. Unana kinyo. And I got and I'm not being making Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, I'm not being Ika water. Ika nwata iche na mmadụ ga-emeri Kanu, onye na-emeri Nnamdi Kanu, mmadụ ekere eke ga-emeri ya. Ọsọ n'ụdị ole ka m ga-adị merie, anaghị emeri onye emeri. Mente emeri IPOB, no ya problem Nigeria nwere na o nwere IPOB, ọ gwụla. That's why ihe gwara Simon no IPOB attack, tell them you are in charge, tell them you are in charge of ESN. So ESN can be easily to be taken over by somebody. Then you still value Nnamdi Kanu. If ESN is easy to be taken over by a criminal, then Nnamdi Kanu won't have anything or plan for years. How can somebody come and take over Nigeria? Let me just say Nigeria Army. Say he's now in charge because now there's some criminal you gather. I'm asking you. Look at saying the with ESM. Can you somebody create his own Nigeria Army? The answer is no. I'm not being mutiny. Then all of you were dancing because Nnamdi Kanu was mentioned. You don't ask this person, if you are strong, start your freedom fighting because you came up with free Nnamdi Kanu. Our leader will be free. DAS have collected money. Today, you say you are now fighting for Biafra. And what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is Oduduwa. Is that what you are telling me? So the Biafra Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is different. I'm asking you, if you buy a book, we be with argument. It has stand. All state by state can send. Eno anima has no no invite ma bia there. Nne kuma gwara ga akpọ ndozo. Nkucha again we question. Oh ya na emu ni we question. Oh ya mere ihe ga end up wo e ko inyo. E ga nwenu question now. Maka ga asacha ihe niile sa ga question gị. Ọ na we me invite na zone ndị nwere question ga ebu ibu. Mgbe m na-ekwuche okwu na-ajụzi question inweta mmadụ ịtọ. Mgbe ụfọdụ o nwebe aga ha sị na ha enwezi question. A na-agwa ya ajụọ question ya sị na asala question ya. A ga-akọcha na asacha question gị na m. Before okwu a na-agwa agwa asịzi oke jụọ question. Ịhụ na edigo confused. Asago gị edigo happy. Ihu ya echenjichala mgbe ahụ ihu ya gbarụrụ anyị dere. Ka ị na-eme adreesị ihu ya echenjigo. Maka ọ ghọtara ihe a na-eme. Ebe na na-eshi ọnwụ ya dịka ihe ọbụla enwe ofe ọbụla onwe ihe eji eshi anyị weta ọgbọnọ ite ya achara na agbalị esi na ha niile wee ofe na ihe ma nwoke rie nri na ya chara obi Biafra ọ ga na-eji acha eshi ọgbọnọ anaghị eji acha eshi ọgbọnọ anaghị akpọsa onions na akanta onye famasi IPOB nwere ihe ha na-akpọsa na akanta ọ dị maka fesa anyị na a na-enwekwa ya game ị ga-ezuru ahịa moto mmadụ pasị mmadụ ezuru ezu ị bịa kpọsara m esi na egore 1000 a ga-erekwa ya 40 hapụ IPOB ihe anyị na-ere anyị go 40,000 anyị ere 41,000 or 40,500 500 naira 1,000 naira game o zoro anyị ọ ya self determination o zoro anyị ya wụ ndị ochi O zuru anyị. Anyị achọ over again na igbuo nwanne m sị m lekwe again. Ị gara biznes gbuo nwanne m atọ lọta sị m lekwe chie nke m. Nwanne m nwụkwara anụ. My brother you killed. Isi m akpa Biafra ka a na-adọ you killed Adanagba. Ayụma gị nwa John yesterday ọwụ na mgbe IPOB bido na anyị gbugbere onye ọbụla ị karị ịnọ ugbu. When IPOB started 2014, okay, let me call the time, 2014, 2015. Had we started shooting, killing people, do you know if you would have been a victim? Some of you may travel 2016. So one night will be 2015. Some of you may travel 2015. Or one night will be about 2014. Or one night I so give a notice education Nnamdi Kanu like is Biafra. Now it is okay, mad. Only got the more deadly than you tomorrow. Ababoya today. When we know that everybody will be carried along, that's why we don't kill anybody. And in self-determination, you don't kill anybody. All I know, I'm struggle. Will you be seeing us warning the governors? Will you see us warn anybody? Who go after the person? All you can make no matter onana me. I'm struggle. You cannot see us call lawyers. We will plan and go to DSS. You can never see our action in Biafra land. Our people can never be tortured. It's a lie. Our people will fall victim before Nnamdi Kanu will be free. It's a lie. It's a lie. Only the people are very, very wicked. And when your job condemn in your job in IPOB. Even your person in IPOB are not supporting your job. Even in IPOB is expelled with him before. IPOB expelled George Onib. IPOB you see Kanu one director expel him. And then your job name mama. We don't pamper it because now I am ready to create IPOB so that there will be a new family, new life. And the JB Biafra. I want to do Biafra. Ocha Chabute. Now what we need is Biafra. Allow him to do his own. Oh, never care. When did Simon do his own without fighting IPOB? When? He said the IPOB leadership will stop. They are sacked. Today we are talking about them. I'm going to talk about the US. But you celebrated their sack. February 28, 2020. Today again, a year and 6 months or 5 months. You can about the US. Do you see you're a foolish idiot? Now, I will not take instruction from anybody in BSS, but you were listening to the report from lawyers. Do you know if you are in armed struggle, you don't have any business with the court updates? Do you know if you are in armed struggle, you have no business with the date of court? Now, if Nnamdi Kanu is in armed struggle, he will not be going to court. If Nnamdi Kanu is in armed struggle, you will not know the location where they keep you. They will not allow you. Now you know. Now you know why IPOB have team of lawyers. Then I ask you, have you ever seen Simon Ekpa? Because he is an individual. In freedom fighting, when you any country or group which individually, what is the name of your movement? Autopilot. It is unpresentable. Pilot without plane without pilot. You cannot present it to any human being. That's why on ego, all of them following him. Why you? Do you know why? You cannot sue him in court. Or sue him to court with that name. That age name. That's why you see them dancing. You are a fool. You don't have organization. Or one organization, where you gather is in WhatsApp. WhatsApp and Zoom. IPOB have unit. IPOB have zone. If in Biafra land, they have local government. They have senatorial. In other countries, they have unit, zone, and states. Right? Some region, states, right? Regional and states. That's what they have in other countries. Here we have, before we have regional, it was abolished in Biafra land. We now have come up with unit, zone. In the creation in IPOB, earlier, something like area coordinator, that area came in, but it was removed. Then what they later came up with is unit, zone, local government, senatorial, which is district, right? Which is what is it called? Province. Let me just province in Biafra land, right? But we use this notarial so that you can know it. Now, we now have state, national. Do you understand? Now, we are an organization. Now, in autopilot, where is your unit? Where is it? Do you have organization? Yeah, do you have organization? No. Do you have register? Have organization? Have nobody controls you. Now, do you see why you can never say these are the particular people that did so thing in so place? But IPOB will tell you, if IPOB do something, will tell you the IPOB that did it so place. I'm talking about civility. We don't involve in violence. Right? Now, we are now trying to bring to your knowledge that you have been fooled. Now, today, ignorantly, you are presenting the name of a singular, somebody. We never present, we present IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu presents IPOB. He never said Nnamdi Kanu sit at home. No, it's IPOB sit at home. Do you understand? Because if Nnamdi Kanu stands alone, nobody will listen to him. Now, in autopilot, you are now telling us, someone ever called for sit at home. Is it presentable to any human being? No. What is presentable? IPOB calls for sit at home. Now, if we are proud of autopilot, now use the name autopilot, introduce it to media. Do you understand? Do you know that you cannot sue him to collect your money? Which name are you going to sue? Is it the name of autopilot? Now you bring what made that group official, where it was registered. That is the fact you bring in court. Now, do you understand? Now you present to court how you operate as a group. You present to court how you operate. Now you know why when Finnish government asked Simon what his membership, to clarify his membership with IPOB. They tried, he made a statement. Then, thank you, my brother. Then the Finnish journalists have to contact IPOB. Do you know why? IPOB have address. Do you understand? Now, I want to draw your attention again. Simon ever said he's in charge of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu handed over to him. Someone ever said, don't listen to Ipob, told the media that he is now the Biafra spokesperson. And you clap. But Ipob is not Biafra publicity secretary. Do you see how ignorant we are? Now, Ipob is IPOB media and publicity secretary, not Biafrans. Because in Biafra, there are other groups fighting for freedom of Biafra. Though you are not hearing their name popularly, we knew them. They will come and present the achievement when Biafra comes. Right? And the crimes of everybody will be presented. Do you understand? Thank you. Now, what we are asking you now is that, can you present yourself and say, this is who we are? No. You are publishing singular. But IPOB presents IPOB. Now you know why we must be listened to. Because we are a people. Do you now see that you are being fooled for years? But because he mentioned Nnamdi Kanu, because that's what those that contracted them told them. Now, why do you confront us if we present your evil? Is that not what Nnamdi Kanu always say on radio? Why is it we are bringing it to you? In our boss, it's all envy. Is it envy for non-IPOB family member? Am I envying a non-IPOB family member? Who told you that DOS will not exist on February 28th? The DOS Nnamdi Kanu is sending message to, right? and those that are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Now, on 27th of February 2022, they conducted vote of no confidence online, telling you they got 7,000 votes, 10 out of 70 million, telling you that the US have been removed. You started writing, they have been sacked. Now we ask you, the people you say they were sacked, were they voted in? Did you vote them in? A whole argument are they present. I want to start that thing. Our guy in there with argument. You gotta stand there. Only say the truthful. You gotta there with each area with Ashi. Onwe be penetrate. Onwe get penetrate. Do you understand? IPOB Nnamdi Kanu leads. Kana agwagi. Then Nnamdi Kanu did not conduct election for these people. He said, I am the INEC and I am the voter. I appoint and I remove. But because the federal government contract is take power away from Nnamdi Kanu. How do you take power away from Nnamdi Kanu? When people stop obeying the command from IPOB leadership. That is taking power away from Nnamdi Kanu. Now, criminalize ESN. Because when we proscribed IPOB, ESN was not launched. So criminalize ESN. Let us present them to the world as criminals. That's the second agenda. Now, destroy the financing of IPOB. This agenda came from Lai Mohammed. It was added in the contract given to Simon. 3 points. Did they tell you not to give IPOB money? Did they come and tell Lai Mohammed they are no longer receiving money? And when Simon is saying this thing, you think he was talking to you? He was telling government that contracted him that we are doing something on the financial area. The people are now giving us money. Do you understand? But when he said it, you think he was talking to you? No, he was signaling the government that contracted him that we are working on the finance, right? But you don't know now because she working. But in my business I hear now. But I want none at this line of freedom fight. I know about him by here and border. You know, but I hear Diana about border and border. I also chant again has a child. It doesn't have freedom. I man, I to me special. In idea, you. In a business idea, get here. And we're going to study Biafra school. And we're going to about Biafra. When you stop taking order from IPOB leadership, doesn't Nnamdi Kanu have power? So, our fiscal power, our Tyson, our Samson. IPOB with strength, yeah. Then Nigeria is testing power. If Ekerima succeed in taking power away from IPOB leadership, then they are free to do Nnamdi Kanu anything. Do you understand? Can you hear a person power? Because all this about the powerhouse of Nnamdi Kanu, where any other contrary order can come up from. And it will be carried on had anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu. That powerhouse, which is DOS, can go Simon test what my power gap there. But I don't have a protest in any country. No IPOB allowed on order for sit at home. All the IPOB, a may obey. After about our federal government, they will tell Simon, you have not achieved anything. You have not achieved. Do you understand? He campaigned that you should not listen to Radio Biafra, that they launched VOB. Now ask yourself, what was the offense of Omiu? They took Radio Biafra Trinidad and Tobago. They named it Radio Biafra International. That's sabotage. Now, when somebody, they did not tell you not to listen to Radio Biafra. No. It was when they were expelled that they started saying, listen to us. They brought it up, but they brought it to Uganda, right? We knew. Now, on that, it is sabotage. Somebody said they launched VOB, Voice of Betrayer. They call it Biafra. And they know that you should listen to it. They said, don't listen to Radio Biafra, start listening to them. Is that not sabotage? Imagine taking power away from Nnamdi Kanu. Federal government saw that there is a very serious power Nnamdi Kanu gave to Ipob through his publicity, because Nnamdi Kanu have introduced Ipob to all world medias. Whatever he said will be fired. Even UN documents whatever he said. International bodies documents it. Whatever he published, they know that his publishment comes from IPOB leadership. Right? Now, we continue. They told him that Ipob is the problem. He started. Nobody should listen to Ipob. Ipob have no address. He is faceless. But when finish, he told Finish he's in charge of IPOB. Finish called Ipob to confirm the membership of Simon Eba with IPOB. Ipob told them he's not IPOB member. But he said he's in charge of IPOB. If he's in charge of IPOB, why did he not sack Ipob? After telling you he is no longer exist. Finnish government come to this year, 2023, to question you on the offense you committed 2022, December. They come to 2023 to call Ipob and ask him your membership with IPOB, Simon Eba. But you campaign 2022 is no longer in charge. You are not Biafra spokesperson, and nobody can be Biafra spokesperson. When Biafra as a country will only have minutes of information. A country or nation does not have spokesperson. Right? That's the contract. Just take. And IPOB have never appointed anybody in the name of Biafra. They only appoint in the name of IPOB. Ipob is Media and Publicity Secretary IPOB. Simon says he's Biafra spokesperson. What is the business of Biafra spokesperson with IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary? But he said, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He's IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary. Mashob have their own. BIM have their own. Your own is Biafra as a You are now spokesperson for market people, religious people. But they can't allow those people. They have their spokesperson. But we have publicity secretary. We don't have spokesperson. I'm not the mass because Nnamdi Kanu is the director of Radio Biafra. So we have broadcasters. We cannot have broadcasters and the director of the radio. We now have spokesperson. It will contradict issue. We speak from radio, then we publish through Ipob. Can you understand? Anyị na-alakwa ndị iro n'iyi. Anyị na-ala ndị iro n'iyi. Chineke mekwere ebere. Amecha mmadụ ihe dị n'ime. Right? They also told you Radio Biafra will stop. Radio Biafra will stop. 28th of February 2020 it will stop. It did not stop because IPOB have updated it. They told you, I will destroy IPOB Media Warriors in 2 weeks, October 2021. He said it on October 15, which is October 30th, will be the end of IPOB Media Warriors 2021. Are we not here today? Yes. There will be no collection of eternal revenue in Biafra land. Simon Ekerima, 2021. Is there no collection of eternal revenue now? There is. They campaign for Sunday sit at home. And Sunday sit at home is against IPOB. Because of Sunday, Nnamdi Kanu shifted 2021 May 30th, an annual event that should have been on Sunday 30th. He shifted it to 31st Monday so that our people can go and worship. Thank you. Do you understand? But they campaign for Sunday sit at home so that church can be attacked, it will be turned to religious issue. They campaign for Friday sit-at-home so that mosque will be attacked. They campaign for Tuesday sit-at-home, addition to Monday. None worked. Do you know why Monday worked? IPOB campaign for it. It sank in the life of our people. Tell me any neutral day they have added, apart from the one IPOB campaign, and announced on the holy platform of Radio Biafra. I'm coming. As Nnamdi Kanu said, whatever we say on Radio Biafra, even if Chukwu Abiyama have not signed it, it will be approved. Hence, it is mentioned here. Now, when we announced the Monday statute, it had been signed by heaven. Now, you ask them if they have power. Have they brought in another new day for sit-at-home? Apart from the Monday IPOB campaign for. They campaigned for Tuesday, it didn't work. They campaigned for Friday, none come. They campaigned for Sunday, no way. They are using IPOB ideology, Monday statute, to kill our people. But ask them, did you bring any additional new day? There was. Now you know. How many times have they tested power of sit-at-home? Did it work? Yeah, I want to trash it. You don't just come in, you think you can initiate it. It doesn't work. Can any autopilot pinpoint a day that they have added on a sit-at-home, apart from the Monday IPOB campaign for, and allowed first one to happen? You did not start it. IPOB allowed the first one to happen on the 8th of August 2021. That is to say, IPOB have already established it. But then they can say, I suspend it. That is to say, remove the name of IPOB. Now, autopilot, pinpoint a single day you have added, apart from IPOB initiated Monday sit-at-home. We allowed one to happen. We suspended the 16th. Now, we started killing us on 16th. Right? Now, ask you, have you ever picked out one day to add on sit-at-home, apart from the Monday that we campaigned for, that later was suspended, not cancelled? Cancel is different. Suspended. Why must that language come in? Because our leader said, shift it to the day of my call. That is to say, he welcomed the idea, but not on that particular day. Do you know why? Let me come in again. What? Why? Because our leader Nnamdi Kanu, what he is bringing in there is that anything that happened on Monday, it is a neutral day, and it have no Biafra annual event on Mondays. That is to say, whatever that happened, the government will bring it upon him or against him, and you cannot defend it. You have nothing to present as a reason. Thereby, shift it to the day of my court so that it can be defended in any court that my people was in solidarity with me on my day of court. Very easy to be presented to any organization in the world. But how can you present Monday? You cannot present it. Thank you. Do you understand? You cannot present it. That's your mail, honey. Now, they hold on Monday. Yes. Did it work? No. Did you campaign for our Thursday? Friday? Did it work? No. Did you campaign for Sunday sit-at-home? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Did you not campaign 3 days? Did it work? No. Did you campaign that people should stop listening to Radio Biafra? Are you not listening? You yourself that campaigned. Don't you listen? Did you not listen? Do you understand? Now, we continue. Why we are saying is that in the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, there is nothing like criminality. It has been achieved. Only that Nigeria want to disgrace themselves. So, when we achieved the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu on the 13th of October 2022, legal freedom, there was nothing like IPOB involvement in violence. So therefore, Nigerian cannot disobey court order and they will now come up and start going against constitution and against what we agreed, which is self-determination. That shows we are foolish. How can we maintain for 2 years or a year plus, a year and 4 months, when Nnamdi Kanu was discharged? We maintain peace, discharged and acquitted. So how come after they refuse court order, we start killing Biafrans? You ask me, some people will come and tell you, what else can you do to free Nnamdi Kanu? First of all, you come, let us kill you. You bring your parents, present it to those killers. We don't kill. Just bring it to them, not IPOB, we don't kill. Come up, let them kill you. Bring your mothers, let them kill you. Bring your pregnant sister or anyone, relative, let them kill them. Then, after killing them, we will now see if Nnamdi Kanu come out from your father or your room. Do you understand? That is what we need. Now we come to ask you, how many people did we kill when Justice Ademola freed Nnamdi Kanu in 2015? When DSS refused to allow him to go, did IPOB kill? Okay, that is not the rule he signed. But we have the right for self-defense. These people, you know, some people misunderstand this. They expect IPOB to come and read and tell you, hey, nah, get your gun, defend yourself. We always tell it generally. You don't come on IPOB to say, we are now giving IPOB order to go and defend themselves. No, we call against Alazeni, Ebuani, Buchan, Araba, can then carry wake it safe. The way you retaliation, I may know my battery director. Ozeru Bua, one in them, a born now, a good is Nigeria had a cripple. Kate as the boys in the Biafra. Zian in a sit at home. Sit at home, who civility, in the hit Rigia. Come together. In my it English. In a comment. A guy may analyze him. Sit at home came because civil protest. Now, the same civilians can Nnamdi Kanu actually save because he knew that they will continue protesting. But to save us, he said, there is another way for civilians, unless people to protest, that they will not be killed by a tyrannical and dictatorial government. Nigeria, dictatorship. Now, he now discussed sit at home with IPOB leadership. They came up with sit at home. They brought it to us. Our duty is to campaign. We initiated it to save the life of civilians. We provided a weapon that have not grievances. It is not an option of a military man. It is not an option of somebody that declare armed struggle. Without committing any violence, but they will be hard. How come people that declare armed struggle, that supposed to trust in their trigger, trust in their weapon, now cowardly turn around and they use their weapon to come and they grab the civil weapon, which those that have gun have no business with? Have no business with. Onye ji egbe Simon na-eti mkpu a ga-adọta ụwa dọta eluigwe. Onwe ihe gbasara gị na sit at home agbasa onye ji egbe. ESN can never come and enforce it at home. When sit at home started, there was no ESN 2017 and it came and passed peacefully. 2018 no ESN, 2019 no ESN, 2020 ESN came December, but there was sit at home in May 2020. Then we announcement, the answer is no. It was civilly established. Now, civility have nothing to do with gun. And somebody that declare, I'm talking civil protest, then we ask you, who is calling for it? Somebody that declare armed struggle. He have no business with it. The only people that call for it are people that believe in self-determination. They do not parade with gun. That is IPOB. Only us can present it and that have gun. When you call for it, any politician can sponsor any armed team to come and kill our people because somebody that have gun calls for it. Now you understand? Can you understand now? Now criminal gangs will use that day to go and rob because somebody that called for it have gun. Now you know that it is not the duty of the military to lead civil servants in a protest. Civil servants lead themselves. So military men does not protest with the civilians. Military protest as military people. Can you understand? So how come people that tell you they have gun, they can do this? After Simon will shout, we will do this, they will come back to IPOB establish civility. They will now add it first. There is nothing like force in civility. That's why we go to court. They choose to kill our people on Mondays. But we never lack in the court because that's the road we choose. IPOB family members in detention, we never invade any detention facility or attack it in the process to free our own. We always look for them wherever they are taken to, and we will go legally through our lawyers or team of lawyers to make sure they are free. That is what we see in self-determination. If we are in armed struggle, there will be nothing like involvement of lawyers. We will be going to prison or any detention facility to free our own. You can never hear a Mapua Force press release warning any governor. We will go after that governor or any politician or traditional ruler that go against the people because we have gone. But because we don't have gun, you always see us with press release. That is civility. You can see us here now because we are on civility. If you are in armed struggle, why are you on here on Facebook? Why are you here? Pick your gun now. In an office now, running it. Kill them. You are armed struggle. In an office now, running it. Me armed struggle. You are an idiot. Let me tell you, in armed struggle, we can never sack you. We will court martial you. Body when watching a body and a mega expel for what? That the people that declare armed struggle, Simon Ekerima, they will tell you, this one is sacked. How do you sack in armed struggle? Court martial the person is sabotage. So you don't know what to happen to the sabotage against Biafra armies. Those that was caught. So you don't know. You be court martial. We expect Judge any day because we are not in armed struggle. How can we expect you? He will be there using Radio Biafra Esther to talk his rubbish. You be court martial now. Alagini, it can happen to me for you. How can you leave him? We leave him because we are in self-determination. We expel you, separate you from what we are doing. You may be doing what you are doing, but cannot be counted on us. That's what we do. That is what we tell Nigeria to do. As we do not, we are not interested in Nigeria. Expel us from Nigeria. We are practicing in IPOB. If you are not in, you don't believe in IPOB command and control, we expel you. You go and practice your own. And get us Biafra in the morning. Thank you. Do you understand? I will ihe anyị nọ n'ime m ga-amega analyze mee analyze ọwa evu aga m analyze evu mechaa ya kwuo ma nke ka bụ n'afọ ma nke ka ga-eri echi maka ụmụ mmụọ na-agwa m okwu ụmụ mmụọ na-agwa m okwu. Thank you. So I know armed struggle abịa na ụmụ ahịa bịara agbadara efe egbe armed struggle for 3 days ndị a nọrọ there. Onwe ha imere armed struggle. So they can do obodo ibe aga alọta. Ma echi me trouble here na. So they can aga alọta. So it's na how coward. Iche ni wana ewe ndị na ebe akara ndị n'obodo ibe. In obodo ibe na are you foolish? Ị ga-eje egbe n'aka nọrọ here. You confront the army and police. Armed struggle ekwesịghị inwe police station nọ. If you are armed struggle, we collapse all the barracks. You don't depend on my akọ. It does just checking point. Then in my head is shaking the bubble matter. Checking point in upper. We didn't see them confront checking point. Checking point did not go sit at home. There was no sit at home for checking point. All of them are there. You leave them, go to community. A down okro, direct on an okro. Nnamdi Kanu on an okro. You dodge the police station, dodge Chaha. How the police station came to work. You didn't go there and say today sit at home. You went to market and kill, you went to school. It's what I call like other reply. It's something wrong. Or we never try to defend. It try to defend the wickedness, evil. Defend the evil. And you want to was recall evil. Why did we not be there defending him? Why did Nnamdi Kanu live was evil? In our king, you try not support evil. So I ain't such a was kept tired them for an abag. We're asking them if we have gone. Will you see us looking at the wicked? If we have gone. Why is it that Simon have never sent a lawyer to go and free his other criminals that are in detention? They are in armed struggle. Now, if IPOB is in armed struggle, Ozukome will not come. Now, we cannot spend money for lawyers. If you are in armed struggle, you cannot see Bruce Wayne to go anything. Nobody will talk to you. You have taken and choose an option. Now you ask yourself, how come somebody that is in armed struggle is on media, everyday broadcast? Don't you see when Ambazonia come and give speech once in a while? They're in armed struggle. The only thing you can see is their actions when they are challenging the enemy. They will just get some and post it. And the same thing we do on ESN. ESN never come into the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, but that their particular date. Whenever we feel like, through the commander, will publish any of their duty against Fulani herdsmen terrorists. Now, Simon Ekpa told you, he have ESN. He never published their cows in the bush. He only show you some idiot. They will go at some backyard, start shooting on the up. After shooting, you'll be seeing grass, bush. They will shoot. They say it is happening. Look at mad. Ndị oche nọ na Biafra land since na ha na-ada agbalikwa egbe elu anyị na-amụkwa ha na-abịa na junction zuo oyi a na-akụrụ ha aka. Ọ na-emenu since all the same people ka ọ were send their video. I say it is happening. But ESN, you never see them do so. Onye bịara were video gaa n'akụkụ ọhịa gaa na video si na anyị na men na ahụ ihe. Show us your ESN fighting Fulani. Because Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB ESN is to fight Fulani. They don't invade markets. How can ESN go and secure bushes for our women to go and farm? Now, if the farm now grow, that ESN should be rejoicing. While the woman come to the market to sell it, you send people to come and destroy their crops. The same achievement of ESN. That crops you see in Ebonyi and Enugu, you see them come to the market to sell. It's the achievement of ESN. Now, you understand that anybody to come and destroy those crops are anti-ESN and anti-Nnamdi Kanu. They are not ESN. ESN cannot achieve those okra in the farmland from achieving. Then, after ESN have secured the bushes and farmland, they now go into farm and get those things. How do you think that ESN can come to the market and destroy it? Ask yourself. Can you understand? Am I in a strong argument? Strong one, no, Nnamdi Kanu Gorani. Superior one, it's an anakata. You're a mug. You're an idiot in our argument. Present here, I'm lagging me. I'm lagging me now. Life. You get going to come again here, pity in the earphone. See, I speak out to Kahani, Mama Hagek, again. You want us? Did we kill anybody? We told our duty is to keep the no. Attacking Ifanyoba. Now Ifanyoba sent and politicians are evil. They do things, but can you officially bring a video where Ifanyoba sent people? The video where Obiano killed us. But you cannot bring video where Ifanyoba killed you. So you are working on rumor. Nobody is perfect, but we want to tell you how IPOB works. We knew those that champion Python that organize it. We pinpoint them, we knew them. But we call them generally politicians. To say Nnamdi Kanu appreciates politicians. We have not even forgiven you, but that's a very good step. You will analyze it and thank you for doing it first. For the first time, you say for the first time. But do you see what Ekerima do? He killed us. We can give you video. Uber he killed us in a minute. We can give you. Do you understand? Now, okay, they killed us, Afaruku, and the National High School. We can. Now you see. Why do you include all of them? But why do Simon? Why is it that he cannot use his God? You have God. You end up under some armed struggle. You can never demand for referendum. Do you know that autopilot and his criminal are not aware that they are out of the track for the freedom? Now, when you have gone, you are out of. Do you understand? Now, I come back again. Do you know that Simon and his gang are out of track, that they have no position to demand from government to boycott order? Are you aware? I'm struggle. Facility where he is. You have to go there. If people will die, he die. The government cannot catch Ojuku during the war and take him to court. They will keep him somewhere to get evidences from him, to get things from him, information from him. They will torture him. So the duty of the Biafran army, why is it that people that claim they have gun, they are in armed struggle? They always wait for date of court. They always wait for the visit to Onyendu. They tell you, can you own your business with the freedom? Can you own your business with obey court order? Did you achieve court order? Did you not reject court proceedings? Did you not say God killing our people will do it? Did you achieve it? Why do you, after killing our people, you turn around and say, after court has freed him, what is DOS doing? Are you on the track of court? If you go on a track, you don't talk about court. Sheba Zuzrupo. That by way, oh man, Pama Magi, in him, I will not match. You know, I will also. I want you never young area. Oza yi share anything about referendum. Oza, but you heard Ekerima. Yeah, then Twitter or the Chebe referendum. Actually, you declare armed struggle. You don't have to call for referendum. Are you not aware? Karon Abagi Iche, IPOB Amagi. We insist on self-determination because so through their king and referendum. And now I drag Agrelo. Hence I shift to me. Hence I shift to me. That's why I had the plot to infiltrate. Hey, I have entered autopilot. The Biafran struggle have entered autopilot. Cameraman, you get shift. We have seen disobedient to court order 2015. We saw it 2016. We even saw Nigerian government sent army. They refused Nnamdi Kanu from enjoying his bail. What have we not seen? Is it denial of Nnamdi Kanu the access to his praying material? We saw in 2015 and when it came here with it, just that Nigeria doubled everything and we doubled our mentality. That's why all of you did that. Because it doubled it can on a low level. Nigeria increased everything, thinking that they didn't mistake before. Then IPOB have increased their understanding and the way of reasoning. To counter Nigeria with their hard years of they planned this thing for many years, since 2018. The first example, each of Nigeria drank small. Had a hard way, and they got the more strong. Because I have time with the Hana director saga. Right? You could call me for another. You shall know anything in him outside IPOB, whether you IPOB or not. Hence, Biafra, you love freedom. A big channel low IPOB. Because ask yourself, why is it that after all their blood, we continue? So they are attacking the program, but to continue. So what IPOB is doing, we are fighting under self-determination. If there are millions of them, they are not IPOB under oath. But do you know since all this thing, they never shifted from IPOB. This is what our leader told us. Everybody will be carried along. Does not mean that everybody will be a registered IPOB family members. But our people will understand themselves. That's why those that registered IPOB as registered, our duty is to campaign and make sure that people understand what you are doing. It is not IPOB family member that will hide you when the enemy is pursuing you. It is Biafrans that understood that you are fighting for them. That's why I took the message to markets, to villages, to communities, to town union meetings. to junctions and roundabouts. Do you know why? When they were telling me you are taking this, I told them I am making sure that our people in those communities doing IPOB, they are free. When you go and enlighten them, they love this people. If you don't clear their eye, if you don't make sure they understand, this will be enemy. Any day. But if you take the message, do you understand? That's why we keep analyzing. And ask this Ekerima. Since Nnamdi Kanu, you start shouting anything, whether from enemy, have Nnamdi Kanu sent you a message? The answer is no. He sent it to IPOB. He sent to Mapuaf. On security, he sent to Chinaka Samuel, because Chinaka Samuel will message him on security. On the total leadership, he will send Chike Dozie. These are things that happens. Now, when our leader told, and the message of this lot went to IPOB leadership, and when it comes to IPOB leadership, it goes to the office of Mazi Former in charge of media. But to those who, MNK and Ejimako, that went there and got the information from our leader, they gave it to Simon direct, and it is not done so. It is not done so. It is IPOB that will tell Simon that you have an appointment from our leader. That is, when they got this message, they knew they sent it to the leadership of IPOB and they'll manage it. And that's how it has been managing. They have been managing it. Now, they took this message to Simon. Simon could not even hold himself. Did you understand? Now, when the leadership called him, they told him, look at what we'll do. Look at what we'll do. Look at the terms and conditions, which all of you agree before you open your Facebook. Did you not agree? Are you not on Facebook now? You agree on that Facebook terms and conditions. Two of us. True. And they allowed him. So, someone rejected terms and conditions to broadcast on Radio Biafra, knowing that Nnamdi Kanu is director of Radio Biafra, and that whatever you say on Radio Biafra, yes, you are the anchor, and any anchor on Radio Biafra was directed by Nnamdi Kanu. That's how they put it, because he's director of Radio Biafra. So whatever you say, any program you are holding on Radio Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu is the director. Then anything you committed during your broadcast will be charged on Nnamdi Kanu. So you must agree on the terms and conditions, so that you will be broadcasting under the guideline of Nnamdi Kanu, that he can stand whatever you say, because he directs Radio Biafra. Director of Radio Biafra. Now you know his position. That Simon cannot just come and broadcast without agreeing. So that if he fails, he can be sued to court. So that if you are challenging IPOB on what the broadcaster said, we will tell you that the broadcaster is in court because of what he committed. That he go contrary to the code of conduct of Radio Biafra. Can you understand? Simon was signaled on what to do. He said he came back to his broadcast because when the man came and the Ejimako told him, all information you got, must you tell him there is a channel to pass it. So when they told him, he became like this. He didn't control it. And this is what Nnamdi Kanu hates. He hates that thing. Do you know what he came to his broadcast and said? I am not going to broadcast on Radio Biafra under any condition. Under any condition. Imagine a Radio Biafra broadcast, even from Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria have special people they employ that record all Radio Biafra broadcasts. That is their duty. They are, after recording it, they will send it to their intelligence room. The people that always analyze what Nnamdi Kanu said, they have there, they have been employed. They are employed international, they are employed in Nigeria. They have them, Nigeria is paying them. Now, and you think you can come to Radio Biafra and broadcast? without agreeing. You can say anything. Do you now see where he fell? When this message went back to our leader didn't believe that, because our leader was the one who prepared those conditions. Our leader did not prepare, the director of Radio Biafra. So those conditions to broadcast on Radio Biafra, our leader set it up. And there are other broadcasters. Our leader did not give radio to anybody. He's the director of Radio Biafra. He cannot dash radio to anybody. There are other broadcasters. Just a slot. Slot, like others are broadcasting under their slot. You will be given slot to broadcast. He said, I'm not going to broadcast on that condition. They want me to broadcast on that condition. They want to control me. They sold our leader, so they don't want me to say the truth. I don't know about it. I'm not going to slot. Even the fellow, you're not kidding you. It will a mental problem. That's how they started. Now, you should allow him to broadcast on Radio Biafra. You are a fool. Radio Biafra is the private room of Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody he accepts inside that room must pull his shoes before at the front of the door before coming inside. Now, our leader had been appointing those broadcasters. He had been approving them. And when you come, they will tell you to pull your shoes before you come inside the private room of Nnamdi Kanu, which is Radio Biafra. Now, our leader also recommended Simon and told him to go. If you go, you meet the senior brother that is in charge of the house. The senior brother will call you. Simon who came to enter the private house of our leader, they told him to pull off his shoe. He said, no, how can I pull my shoe? But there is no sand in that room. And somebody is in charge of that house, even if our father is not around. So that person will give account of that house, not you. You will not be questioned, why is there sand here in this house? It is the person in charge, Mazi Former, who will be questioned, not you. Therefore, you will have to pull your shoes. He said, no. That's the problem. They now said, okay, wait at the door. When our father returns, we will know if you have changed the rules. To bring inside the house with your shoes. When we know even our father, Nnamdi Kanu, can never come inside the house with his shoes. Even as it is his private room. He even obeyed the same law. So wait for him at the door. Do you know what someone started doing? He started shouting, throwing stone on our glasses, breaking our glasses. Now, does he have good intention for that house? He started breaking the glasses. The answer is no. Now, if he could be able to be stopped on the door and he cannot be patient, he started breaking glasses. Have you allowed him inside the room? He would have break the television. He would have break the television, break everything in the house. Only at the door. Wait for our father, he's coming. If he will go inside the Radio Biafra and take you with your shoe, no problem. But we that are in charge of here, now he's not around. Look at the rules you follow. If you not follow it, wait for our father at the door. How will you do as over Simon? They are not going to broadcast on that condition. Today, where are you? Have you broadcasted? Mad people everywhere. I'm a bible madam. I'm a bible madam with the truth. I'm a bopar, Neymar. Ngwa eziokwu, ịda ụtọ ya, ịgbawara. Ikwete aragala. Aragala ịdị free, dị okay, ị na-aṅụ ọṅụ. Ịma achị na-eme mmadụ ọ naghị relax. Mgbe ọbụla ị ga-anọ na-achọ ka ị cover ash maka ihe eji asa protect ash wa ash. Iwebata eziokwu ya separate ya. Eziokwu na-separate na ash. Ọ ya mere ịtụ ahala ash, ịtụwala ash. That's why you will be seeing us repeating Ofuoku 10 times. Another broker said, do you know why? Eto ashi ga-echefu ya. Onye tụrụ achị na-echefu. Onye mere Simon na-eje echefu. Eto ashi echefu maka ihe na washi continuous. But ị na-ekwezi okwu. Mgbe ọ bụla ị chọrọ ime atụ, ihe ahụ ga-abatakwa. Because all the truth. How can they make him analyze? Now, why did they stop him from broadcasting on radio Biafra? Come out, go to you. Why go to you? And we're all on them with the rules. One more on them with the rules. Judge only the Kugo Kudo, where rules. Carry the name of God there. And where rules. Upon another, about the show. I want to make instigate. Now, dear S, now, if our leader say he should broadcast already, he should broadcast now. They should allow him. And I agree, you. Me pay Facebook, me agree in terms and conditions. Me pay a come. Me open your go and open account. If they say you agree on our terms and conditions, they say I no. Come on, they make allow. On IPOB, because when they say, yes, should bring everybody along. But we used to communicate the market leaders before we call for sit-at-home. DOS will hear from the national coordinator, because national will contact the state will contact from them. Because our leaders said they must be carried along. You don't force them. So we communicate them, that's why we're on ground. I know so no, our people are doing our IPOB. So IPOB leadership get with client from here. I want you to that IPOB. Then I saw for all the IPOB because Simon had a maybe Ngongwa. This IPOB, they are not now IPOB. Come on and wait sit at home. So now man the IPOB because Simon now a fight. Okay, it's not the Lubish. Okay, well, Hasabo. These IPOB members, man, I had. I don't hear them maybe here. We communicate. IPOB na carry her along. I am in there intimidate. I am not communicate to her. Now, if the central chairman get message, all the line chairman came on about. All the one upon hand of announcement IPOB proceed at home. What reason? What reason? How does they na their line? But in the line and I hear again. I could say, Mark go do bell because now IPOB. Ozia possible. Now, here na IPOB. When I say Nnamdi Kanu proceed at home, or China Sanwo proceed at home, or Chike Eduziem proceed at home, IPOB is a people. Now, somebody in Onimaya, chairman of the now someone help proceed at home. Kedu to the an individual or when anything wrong with him, kedu ha group here? Kedu down use the name and present and see if it is acceptable. And a jam of phone a freedom. In not should be foolish. Now time on that proceed at home, open to the nant. Open man of foolishness. Open man of brave. IPOB sit at home, very valid. Going on not the valid, always movement. And there,